So you're telling me we got a 13-game slate and we're paying down for both of our pitchers tonight? Ooh, you're going to want to stick around to the end of this one. Hey, you're watching The Perfect Lineup, where Josh Engleman and myself do everything we can. I promise you, we do everything we can to build the best possible lineup, take down a tournament with two pitchers, a stack, and of course, let the single lineup sims do the rest of the work for us and see if we can build a beauty. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, goes a long way. And if you want to get a free week of MLB Sims, all you got to do, leave a comment down below. Let us know who you think will be the highest scoring stack tonight. Very real possibility that if you guess right, you will be the only one. You won't be entered into any raffle whatsoever. Boom, you've just got it. Either way, leave that comment down below or just say hi, whatever you want to do. And last thing, I just interviewed Martin, or Gizmo, who took down $400,000 in DFS with the use of the Sims tool over the last 2 calendar months. That is up here on the Stokastic channel. He divulged a lot of really valuable information about his process into how he's used the Sims to find an edge and to win a boatload of money. So if you guys want to check that out, I think you'll really enjoy it. It's not long, and it'll probably help you a long way in your process to plan not only baseball, but DFS in general. Let's go. All right, so I mentioned at the top, we may not be paying. You can if you want. I don't think you have to pay up for pitching today. I'll talk about a couple of them in a minute who I think are viable, but look, this is just what we do on the Perfect Lineup. It's what we've done all season. It's play pitchers against the Rockies. Preferably not at Coors, but we'll play them there as well if we have to. Fortunately for us tonight, this game is in Baltimore. And that means Dean Kramer is going to be our SP1. I get it. There's a few high-priced options worth targeting, but this isn't the type of night where you have to do it, right? You may want to, and that's fine. And the Sims are giving us a couple of these guys, but you don't have to, even though it's a 13-game slate. Now, look, Kramer has a 20% K rate on the season. Not great. But the Rockies are disgraceful to the point where it honestly doesn't matter. Like, take a 20% K rate for a guy and then just pretty much make it 25% or higher against the Rockies. They have a 28% K rate on the road. It's 3% higher than any other team in baseball. They're bottom 2 in WOBA, bottom 2 in WRC plus away from Coors, and unsurprisingly, a league high K rate against righties while sitting dead last in WRC plus there as well. I mean, this is an abysmal baseball team. So no, Kramer's not your prototypical ace, but he doesn't need to be. And for what it's worth, he has been really good over the last 2 calendar months, or 10 starts, 10 appearances. He's averaging 6 innings per appearance with a 2.91 FIP and an 11% swinging strike rate. We'll take that to the bank all day when it comes to facing the Rockies. Not to mention strong props tonight too. 5.5 Ks juiced to the over, 18.5 outs prop. More than good enough for us in this spot.
And here we go. 10 people picked the Rays on Wednesday, so we need to find out which one of them are going to get a week of MLB DFS Sims, and we're spinning that wheel, and we are going to find out that the person winning that free week is going to be Trip Deezy. If you are Trip Deezy, take a screenshot of this video, email it to support@stokastic.com, and claim your free week.
Now at SP2, or you could flip it and say SP1, if you're looking to pair Kramer with another cheap option, we can do that. But if you want to pair him with an expensive one, I think a $9,300 Logan Webb is probably your answer there. I'm never opposed to Brian Wu, especially against the high K Angels team, but not the best park. You'd prefer it at T-Mobile. He's expensive, but again, never a problem. For the sake of this lineup though, and for this video, and wanting to see what Josh can build with me only spending $15,000 in total pitching salary, I'm going to go with Zebby Matthews. It's a little risky here, but so let's start with the bad. He hasn't found much success at the major league level. You know, you're talking about a run prevention standpoint. Neither last year across 37 innings or across 23 frames this year. The good news is he struck out nearly 30% of the batters he's faced, and he's had some tough parks, some tough matchups as well. 3.27 FIP, which doesn't align with his 6+ ERA. 4.10 BABIP, 64% strand rate would also suggest he's been a bit unlucky. Does that mean he's going to come out and dominate today? No, but at 7,100, pairing him with Kramer gives us the pick of the litter when it comes to stacks on a big slate like this. Now, the Nationals also have one of the lowest totals on a 13-gamer, 4.2 runs. Zebby's got a 4.5% K prop, which is solid because it's heavily juiced to the over, and he's only 7,100. 15.5 outs prop, good enough for me. At this price point, I think we're going to roll with it. Let's go with Kramer and Matthews and see what Josh can plug in the single lineup sim.
It's fun to close out a work week knowing I've got a little bit of extra salary to play with thanks to Laffy taking 2 cheap pitchers. Now, we're not going all the way to the top of the stack tool, but we're going pretty close, and we're spending a lot of salary to do it. We're going to Wednesday's winners, the Rays. Have to. They look the best. Now, they're 4th in top stack. They are 20th in top value, which is good because we don't need value today. We're getting it at pitching. We need money to spend up on bats, and that's what we're doing here. They're 6th in stack score. They are 4th in ownership. So they do grade out as one of the better options, but on a point per dollar basis, that's not what we're getting here. Now, Nick Martinez is weird from a data perspective. Every little different category is either like really good, average, or poor, but none of them seem to follow any real pattern. Like his expected WOBA to either hand has been basically average for the season. 175 x ISO to lefties isn't all that spectacular, but he's only got a 13% K rate to righties. So people are getting the bat on the ball. And even bigger than that, sub 10% swinging strike rate to both hands. He's a good pitcher, but the data is weird. Big gaps between expected value and real value. Now, when it comes to the bats that we want to grab here, there are some complications. For example, you've got Diaz and Aranda both at first. You got to make that work because you can't play them both. Josh Lowe, if you're looking for a lefty, 4,800, you get an outfield spot, seems great. You got to grab Caminero and fill him in at third. I think you got to grab Danny Jansen or whoever ends up being the catcher as well. There are some complicating factors to filling out this lineup. It's a lot of outfield bats, and this is a team that doesn't have a ton of power, but what might help there is the fact that we're playing this game in Cincinnati, one of the more prolific scoring and homer parks that we have. 117 park factor overall for homers. That is massive. But let's not forget, that is split in a pretty big way. 136 to righties, 92 to lefties. So righty power is what's going to play up in Cincy. In terms of the Rays against righties this season, they're 10th in WRC plus. More than enough for me. Doesn't send me in the wrong direction. We've got enough salary to get whoever we want from Tampa, and it seems like we're going to need it. So now we head to the single lineup simulator at stokastic.com to figure out just how well this lineup grades out. We've loaded in Dean Kramer and Zebby Matthews. Shout out to Laffy for that. I ended up going with Jansen, Diaz, Caminero, Simpson, and Josh Lowe, which leaves us a second baseman, a shortstop, and an outfielder, and we have 4,100 per position to spend that money. I think we're in some good shape. Easiest way to do it, click complete this lineup and get the 3 optimal plays for that spot. And we end up spending every single dollar of our salary, and we get Jordan Westburg in at second base. Little bit of synergy with Dean Kramer, we'll take it. We get Chas McCormick as a final outfield spot, a little bit of a cheapy pay down option. That allows us to pay up at shortstop for Bobby Witt. Now we need to find out, does this lineup actually work? And we'll click run lineup simulation to do that. And it absolutely works. 73% sim ROI, 0.2% chance to win, 2.6% chance at a top 10 lineup, and a 35% cash rate. Maybe you want to move some of this stuff around, change up your pitcher, spend up for a pitcher if you want. You can do all of that in the single lineup sim, but why do anything different? We just built the perfect lineup.